Next topic: are rivalries good for sports?
No, not anymore. I mean, it's kind of dead. Who really talks about Yankees and Red Sox now? Like, they're playing in London right now, and now we're talking about, they're playing in London. Just no one talks about the rivalry.
Did you see that score though?
Yeah.
17-13.
I'm like, where's the pitcher? Is there like no pitchers now?
I love it, man.
I love how like Britain's like first like impression of baseball is 12 runs in the first inning, and it's just like that's not typically how it goes. It's just like that game was like 4 hours and 42 minutes or something like that. They said 3 more minutes and it would have tied like the longest game ever for 9 innings.
That would have been awesome. That would have been so awesome.
I'm like,
dude.
Dang. And that, like I said, that's Britain's first impression of baseball. It's just a really long game that's like 17-13.
Well, it probably didn't seem that long in their eyes because it was so many runs and stuff.
That's crazy.
So
but I mean,
fun.
12 of those were in the first inning.
Yeah.
That is insane.
That's awesome.
I don't know, but see, on the other side of that, I kind of like rivalries and stuff like that. But I do see what you're saying. Like we see it more in professional sports. That is kind of like not as flashy anymore. Yeah. But I think the best example I can give of this is my high school's rivalry with Port Neches. It's Nederland and Port Neches. It's been named like the biggest high school football rivalry, just the biggest high school rivalry in the state of Texas. It's crazy. So, it was called Mid-County Madness, because, you know, both cities are in the middle of the county. Go figure. But a few years back, it got changed to the Bum Phillips Bowl, because Bum Phillips actually coached for my high school and the rival high school, Port Neches. He coached for both of them. And Wade Phillips actually played quarterback for the rival high school. And so, they just have a big part of like the rivalry together and everything, and so they named it after him, and it was really cool. Wade Phillips was at the first annual Bum Phillips Bowl. It was just really awesome. But like we have that whole week before the game, it's just like it's basically just it's just spirit. We call it Spirit Week, and we like do all this dress up days and everything and all this other mess. And like one of the days is always P&G Nerd Day, and they have Nederland Nerd Day, and we're just and see what me and him were talking about this earlier is sometimes it can go a little too far. Like we have some people that will like personally attack other people by dressing up as that one person.
Oh my god!
Like it's crazy. Like it gets bad. Like it's like slut shaming. There's just like people just straight up attacking other people. Like me, I like to just have a good time with it, do like a general thing. Yeah. I don't know, but like, and some people, once again, on the other side of like people personally attacking people are good friends on both sides, and they will dress up as each other, just make fun of each other as like a friendly thing. Yeah. So some people just straight up attack other people, which isn't cool. Like taking it too far is just. It's not cool. But like doing like a little friendly thing, that's all fun and games. It's awesome. And so, like at the end of the day, if you're still like just you had to be good at sport and just like, but like it can go a little too far on the field too. Like we were talking about this earlier. Like when people like Vontez Burfict for like the Bengals and like, the Steelers, like trying to like. Actually physically hurt people, that's just taking it too far. But like if you can keep it clean, like, you know, have those spirit weeks and just like make fun and have a good time, and then like get to the game, and it's one of the craziest atmospheres I've ever seen in my life. Like professional, college, whatever. Like that high school game is just nuts. Like it's always packed. There's people standing around, like because like there's like no seats left. It's loud as hell. It's just wild, and it's a good time. Like I just like rivalries because they bring in just fans. Like it brings in fans. Like people enjoy it. They love just to see just everybody get heated. They just like it's just like small amount of hatred for like 3 hours that like for that other team, and they're just like, oh, we need this one. And another thing is it doesn't matter if the team is good or bad. Like there was one season where my high school was not that good in football, but we still beat them, even though they were like the best team in our district.
Yeah, that's always the one team, the one game when it's good.
Like, we got to
win this one game.
It's always close, no matter if they're bad and we're good or vice versa. It's just how it is. Like, anytime there's a rivalry, it's going to be a close game most of the time, majority of the time. But I see. In conclusion, I honestly like them. I like how it is, but I do see what you're saying in some aspects. Especially in pro sports, it's kind of receding a little bit. But I think if you could just get a good, solid rivalry going and just stick with it, I think they're great. I think they're fantastic.
It's true. Yeah, that's very true. But I think rivalries have died down a lot. I think it's because too, like, the culture's just changed, man. Like, back in the day, baseball and football, everything was more like
intense.
Yeah, there wasn't no flag for pass interference for people. And like catchers were getting pummeled by runners.
I like that.
Running into the
I hate
runners.
to see that rule.
So it's just like the game has changed a lot, and people are getting penalties now for like doing that stuff now. So it kind of the rules have like changed.
Softened everything.
Yeah, it took the whole kind of part of it now. But like, I think now, as far as like, I think the trash talk and everything is good, but like Devontae's perfect example is very good. Like, it shouldn't go that far where you're trying to deliberately injure somebody. Like a good, hard, clean game, y'all trash talking back and forth, that's good for the.
Yeah.
That part of rivalries is good.
I like this one little thing. I think rivalries have changed from team to team, from player to player. Like, you see, like, Odell and Josh Norman, when he switched teams, they were still going at it. Like, it didn't matter. And then now you got, like, well, who would be a good one now? I'd say, sheesh, I don't even know.
So,
I just feel like it's more player to player now than team to team.
It is definitely.
I agree with that. I'm playing off what you said, and like the Josh Norman, Odell Beckham Jr. case, that was just like almost like a pure hatred thing. Like, they were just going at it. And another thing, looking on the bright side of things, I just saw, like, watched this video, I think earlier today, if not, it was yesterday, and it was about Travis Benjamin and Janoris Jenkins.
They don't like each other. I know they don't like each other.
Apparently, what I'm saying is they actually kind of do. Like, I saw a video, like, they were, like, high-fiving and stuff before the game, talking and everything, because they were actually rivals in high school. Like Janoris was like on one team for some Florida high school, and Travis was on the other, and they were like the best at like their respective positions and everything. And so they've just always been going at it since high school, and I think that's really cool. And sometimes because I do know what you're saying, like sometimes I've seen them getting like big scuffles and everything, but sometimes that's just how it is. Like you're in the middle of the game, you get heated. Even if you're like close to the guy, you can get pretty upset with them and everything. But with them, like what I saw in that video is like they were pretty close together and everything. So you got those friendly rivalries, and then you got those just I absolutely hate your guts. Like, you're just the worst.
So all in all, you don't like rivalries?
I do. I just think that
they've kind of receded.
Yeah,
just watered down.
It's not as intense as it used to be.
Yeah, I like rivalries. It's just
I love.
I like what excitement it brings, but like as far as like the hatred, I hate when it goes too far.
Like now it's just like LeBron versus the Warriors and Odell versus Josh Norman, like stuff like that. That's what would be like team. Like Pittsburgh and the Bengals, that's a rivalry. Yeah. They are a good game every year.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. See, like I said, I enjoy it, and I totally agree with y'all. It's like receding and everything, because the only good example I can have is my high school. But like that's not like an everybody thing. Like if we're talking about like a big thing that everybody knows, like a rivalry, like Boston and the Yankees and stuff like that, everybody knows it. Yeah. Like not everybody's gonna know about my high school and everything. But if we're talking about like something everybody knows, like those kind of rivalries and everything, yeah, those are like really coming down and everything. But overall, I enjoy them. But I agree with y'all.
College though. Whole different story. I'm only talking about pro sports. College rivalries are way different than pro rivalries.
Yeah, we were talking about Michigan and Ohio State.
Yeah, now
that's a rivalry. College rivalries are up here. Pro sports, it's like
why do you think that is? Why do you think that is?
Traditions, man. Like Ohio State and Michigan, no one's gonna top their rivalry. Like they just pure hatred for each other. Like they could be best friends in high school, go to those two schools, and they will never talk. Like ever again. Those two football teams meet, bro. You know, a player's gonna get ejected, somebody's gonna get fined, somebody's gonna get kicked out the game for punching somebody. Like you just already know. Like it's one of those games. So that's what I love. I love college sports, man. Pro sports, not as much.
No,